I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to a live for the final thoughts. I didn't see the ceremonial weigh-in yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to a live. You know, especially it won't be from the desk, more than likely. But yeah, final thoughts right here. Crawford weighed in at 167.5. So did Canelo Alvarez. And a lot of people are saying, hey, man, they want to change their mind and they're overthinking. And, you know, overthinking is a thing. You know, a lot of people going off this guy opinion, what this sparring partner say, and what this person say, and what that person say. And, you know, what I figured out is, man, I've been watching boxing a long time. Go with it with your eyes, see. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been watching long enough to form my own opinion. And I'm going to let the chips fall where they fall. I believe in what I believe in. I'm going to stand on my pick. And it being Canelo Alvarez. What I say, Canelo and I. I'm going to stand on that. And what Roy Jones say, what Steven Nelson say, what Bo Mack say. I've been watching boxing for so long that I don't believe nothing that nobody say. Because everything is different. Sparring is just work. It's practice. You can be asked to spar and stay lefty. You could be asked to spar to switch. You could be asked to spar just to throw body. It's just practice. Getting hit in sparring gloves and, you know, and all that stuff. And then people going off aesthetics. Yeah, I seen a bunch of guys look strong. I seen a lot of guys look weak. And they actually are strong. I was hearing people going off, oh, his legs sit little. It mean he weak, man. Hell no. I used to hoop. A lot of the motherfuckers with little legs had, you know, they were strong that box you out and had springy legs. You know, everything is not as conventional as people think it is. You know, everybody, oh, they both the same size and Bud look bigger. Who gonna be the stronger man on fight night? That's the $1 million question. Who gonna be the stronger man on fight night? Who gonna be, and for the most part, we can see Canelo Alvarez can get old overnight. Nobody talking about that. You know, Bud can get old overnight. You know, but the real magic is going to happen after that weigh-in is rehydration. Like Canelo came in a little bit leaner, a lot leaner. And my thing is that's more of a red flag that nobody's talking about. That's a red flag. Everybody, oh, man, CJ, why is that a red flag that Canelo is coming in leaner? Because he's conforming or he's already changing his game plan to Terence Crawford. If I'm the bigger, stronger, if I'm supposed to be the bigger, stronger guy, I ain't even worried about speed. I'm not worried about speed. Why would I be? I'm the bigger, stronger guy. I'm known for having good boxing ability. Let me work on timing. If he really believed in himself, yeah, I ain't conforming to no. I'm not conforming to the smaller guy. If I really believe I'm in my skill set and I'm a good boxer, I'm a great boxer, he gonna make a fucking mistake. He can't sustain the speed all night. Whether it's me hitting him on the hip, hitting him on the arm, establishing my jab, you know, and you don't want to wait for a guy to make a mistake. I don't think he can afford Canelo to wait for Bud to make a mistake like Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sitting here changing nothing that I do for a super middleweight, for a regular super middleweight fight for Terence Crawford. And when you already see somebody starting to conform to that, to him, to the smaller guy, the underdog, the guy that ain't fought nobody, that raised a red flag to me. And it may mean nothing. It may be best for Canelo to come lighter. But guess what? When these guys come in lighter, Anthony Joshua don't like to come in lighter because he don't feel as strong. He don't think he can take the punch. He feels weaker. And I think mentally he feels lesser of a man. You know, he don't feel as dominant. He think his size, and it's really intimidation. You know what I'm saying? Intimidates his opponents. I think it's more mental with him. But also when you cut weight and you go smaller, a lot of times you don't be able to take the abuse. You can't take the abuse, the shots that you used to take. You can't take the abuse that you used to take. Example, Donier came in heavier, about 20 pounds heavier. It was reported during the fight in the Verse and Nuyuwa fight. He broke Nayu and Nuyuwa's orbital bone. And Nuyuwa went on and thugged it out and won. Make sure my mic on. I'm talking some good shit. So he went and thugged it out and won. But one of the benefits to Donier coming in that heavy was he can absorb the punch. But one of the downfalls about it was he wasn't as fast. But they chose to put the weight on, even at his older self, to absorb the punch. Now, when you come in lighter, you should be a step faster than your opponent usually is when he, regular. But also, it's just like a car. Now, when it becomes a monster truck type of setting, in that truck, that monster truck catch that Corvette, ain't gonna matter how fast he is. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just like, and then the downside of coming in thinner, than he usually do. Yeah, I want to be faster and all that. Maybe you not as strong as you used to be. Maybe you can't take it on the chops. Maybe you can't take it on the body like you used to take it on the body. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you gave up strength for speed, and maybe he's still smaller. Now he's just as stronger, or strong enough. So then that kind of like tells you, like, when you come in thinner, yeah, you might be lighter, faster. But when you dealing with you about 35 and on up around that age, you know what I'm saying? You might have left something in the gym. So in my opinion, if I'm Canelo, whatever I come in at, 190, 185 that's what I'm rehydrating to. That's what I'm rehydrating to. I'm not concerned about the speed. Especially when you got all the judges and the commission. I ain't concerned about the speed. I ain't going to be concerned about it, because if I believe in my boxing skills, eventually I can catch him. And when I catch him, I'm going to get it. I'm going to box his ass up. I'm going to hit him where it hurt. And for Bud, obviously the issue is, will he be fast? Will he be strong? And it's great advertisement to sell a fight. I done seen motherfuckers sell their O and sell their belt and sell their word for $1. I seen a lot of people sell out their integrity for $1. I seen it. I seen it. But Bud doesn't give us those type of vibes, But the thing about it, when you have that speed, or you come in too thick, and in reality, when you think about it, 168 pounds in the free world, it's not a lot of size. It's not big to begin with. In no other sport, top sport, that's not a big guy. It's not a big guy. So, 168 pounds in the boxing world seems big, because really in reality it's probably more about 75, 80, 190, 200, depending on the guys that you're speaking about, right? So he has the melanated genetics. I'm not surprised how his body formed up. He took a year to do it. I'm pretty sure. I seen the weight vest, so they training to maintain speed while building lean muscle. Only on fight night if we gonna know, did they cook up the right contraption, win, lose, or draw. And then, also, it's to be said, is about the age. But, a lot of people asking, going off this guy's opinion. I don't have to use this guy or that guy's opinion. Just to keep it real, I don't need to do that. On fight night, we gonna find out. I got an eye for boxing. I know boxing. I feel like I know it pretty well. We're gonna see on fight night. We gonna see who was right, who was wrong. Only the people in Crawford camp know the truth. That's it. Only what Canelo bringing to the table. And somebody on YSM Media brought up a good question, that Canelo might be the slickest fighter that Crawford ever faced? And that's a good question. But usually slick fighters don't have issues with slick fighters. Let me say that. Usually slick fighters don't have a problem with slick fighters. You know. But I say this, Sean Porter is more slicker than Canelo. Just me rolling through my Rolodex right now. Sean Porter is more slippery than Canelo. And it took Bud a minute to find his range versus Sean Porter. You know, he really started shooting for the chest. That's what happened. He started hitting Sean to the body. But he can't afford that adjustment period. He got to get to it. And I think the best thing he can do is establish that jab. And if I'm him, I'm aiming that jab right here in the chest. Right here in this area, I'm aiming my jab for that at the chest. But it's build up, it's electricity. Do I wish I went to the fight? No. Is it a fight that I really wanted to see? No. So it's cool. But I'm just tired of getting second-rate fights in boxing. It should have been Benavidez and Canelo. But we'll see. Only thing that really makes this night legendary is a highlight reel knockout or upset victory by Terence Crawford. That's it. So I'm rolling with Canelo and 9. I'm not in Crawford camp. I don't see how the speed, it's just, to me, I usually favor the bigger guy. And to me, I favor the known. I don't know. It's a lot of unknowns I don't know. I don't know how Crawford, the weight look good on them. Like I said, I see guys that look good all the time and their conditioning and strength ain't shit. So we'll see. But people say, I know you want to change. I'm not Sergio Moore. I'm going to stand on what I said. I'm going to stand on what I've seen in the past. So I hope Bud win. But, let me know what you girls and guys think. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.